Okay guys, I'm going to be giving a very detailed explanation of all of the handguns in the game. As you can see here, I have all of the handguns and they are all upgraded to the max, and they all have their exclusives upgraded. And yeah, I'm going to be, explaining the fire rates, the power levels of all the guns, which ones I think is the best one, stuff like that.
Welcome.
So,
Ooh, what you buying?
starting with the starting pistol that you get at the beginning
Your
of the game.
weapons are in good hands, mate. I'll
Wait for
see
the
you
merchant to
right.
stop talking. um, so this gun is good all around. This gun is really good if you are very accurate. If you are a very accurate shot and you're like able to get headshots consistently, this is probably one of the better pistols for you, because it doesn't matter what the firepower is. If it's a 5 times critical hit rate, um, basically, if you're good at headshots, this is what you want. This is the gun. Um, Also, similar to that gun is, where is it? The Sentinel. The Sentinel 9. It also, its exclusive ability, increases the critical hit rate times 5. The only difference being is that
Not
I
seeing
believe the
anything you
Sentinel
like,
9
stranger?
has a faster fire rate. It has a faster fire rate, and it has a way bigger clip. So, yeah. We're also going to be testing some of the accuracies of the guns, you know, because we want to show that off. It's important. It's also slightly less powerful than the starting handgun once it's max upgraded, so just keep that in mind. But if you're using either the Sentinel 9 or the starting handgun, the SG9, you want to go for headshots for sure. Um, Moving on to the Punisher, it has similar firepower to the Sentinel 9 with a pretty decent ammo capacity at sitting at 24. Reload speed is, comparable to the starting handgun. Rate of fire is, a decent bit,
Take
about
all the time
25%
you
better than
need.
the starting handgun. And we'll be showing off the fire rate and shooting all the guns and the accuracy and all that stuff in a second. We're just going over the abilities and the firepower and all the stats of the guns. So the Punisher has the exclusive ability to penetrate through targets, and it can even do this before you upgrade the exclusive. So um, the Punisher before the exclusive can penetrate 2 enemies. It can also go through shields. One thing to keep in mind with the Punisher is that if an enemy is picking up Ashley, you need to be very careful with your shots, because the bullet can go through and shoot Ashley, depending on where you shoot the enemy, so keep that in mind. Moving on to the Red 9, the gun that most people think is the best in this game. I disagree, but this is the most powerful handgun in the game. If you're looking for just straight power, this is your guy. You will get the most damage out of each bullet with this gun. We got a decent ammo capacity for a gun like this, sitting at 16. A decent reload speed, sitting at about 1 second when fully upgraded. And the rate of fire is pretty slow compared to a lot of the other guns, but it's honestly not that bad once you have it upgraded. The exclusive ability increases the firepower by times 1.5. Alright. Another thing to keep in mind with the Red 9 is that you can attach a stock to it. Keep in mind that the stock is going to take up inventory space. Moving on to my personal favorite gun in the game is the Blacktail. It's sitting at a power level of 2.4, and its exclusive ability increases that power by 1.5, just like the Red 9. This one is the second strongest gun in the game as far as firepower goes. It has a 13 bullet clip, which I believe is the lowest out of all the handguns in the game. It is. Reload speed is decent, sitting at 1.6, and the rate of fire is pretty high, sitting at 2.2. Actually has some of the best fire rate out of all the pistols. So let's talk about the Blacktail and let's talk about the Red 9, okay? The Red 9 will give you more damage per bullet, but the thing about the Red 9 is it's very inaccurate and it's very slow. Unless you have the stock, of course, it's still slow, but it becomes very, very, very accurate once you have the stock on it, so keep that in mind. Oh, that's cool, I just discovered this feature. Interesting. So yeah, let's use this screen. Blacktail. So, the Blacktail. The reason why I love the Blacktail so much is it has the advantage of being, instead of a gun like the Red 9 where you need the stock to make it accurate and it also takes up inventory space, the Blacktail actually gives you more inventory space because it is a small gun. Also, just like it tells you in game, the Blacktail is an all-around good gun. It's not lacking on anything except maybe ammo capacity. And the power is honestly pretty good, being the second most powerful handgun in the game. So I prefer it to the Red 9, personally. Let's look at just to give you the stats for the starting handgun, the SG9 versus the Sentinel 9, because they are very, very similar. Here you go. Moving on to the Matilda, which is a New Game Plus weapon, I believe. I could be wrong about that. I'm pretty sure that's not the case. I'm pretty sure you can buy it from the merchant with spinels at some point. I don't remember which chapter, but anyway, the Matilda. The Matilda is decently powerful. Its exclusive upgrade gives you a 60 round clip, which is kind of insane. Its reload speed is, decent with 1.4, and the rate of fire is pretty decent without the stock. And of course, with the stock, it has the highest fire rate in the game because it's a triple burst weapon at that point. So, it's a fun gun to use with or without the stock. I mean, of course, with the stock, you're going to be burning through ammunition. The Matilda is known for burning through ammo. It's more of like a New Game Plus viable weapon. Now, let's talk about something else. Let's talk about something the game doesn't tell you. Let's talk about, this is why you come to my channel, okay? Because, check this out. Look at my hood right now, while I'm moving. Okay? This is the starting handgun. Look at it while I'm moving now, with the Blacktail. Do you see how it's a lot smaller and more accurate? Starting handgun. Sentinel 9. As you can see, even though these guns are very similar, this doesn't show up in the stats screen. A lot of the times when you're shooting in Resident Evil 4, you're going to be moving. So, compare the starting handgun, how accurate the HUD is, how small it is, while I'm moving, compared to the Sentinel 9. And remember, these are all upgraded. It's literally, the starting handgun is literally twice as accurate while moving. Okay, something to keep in mind. Okay, starting handgun, the SG09, Sentinel 9. Okay? Now, this is the Red 9 with the stock precision while moving. Let's go ahead and take the stock off. And this is what it looks like without the stock. It pretty much doesn't change. Okay? Real quick, something to show about the Red 9. When you have the stock equipped, it's one of the most precise weapons in the game because the HUD, as you can see, it closes really quickly, allowing you for precision shots very fast. It also doesn't break precision when you move it around really quickly. This is the Blacktail. As you can see, it's pretty accurate while on the move, even better than the starting weapon. Moving on to the Punisher, it also has a pretty decent a pretty accurate HUD while moving. And this is the Matilda. So the Matilda, its accuracy while moving is somewhat in between the Sentinel 9s and the starting handguns. And with all of that out of the way, let's go. Oh, and that's right. So Matilda, the Matilda stock with the stock on, as you can see, it is triple fire, and it's very quick. You can just melt enemies. If you have the ammo, you can just completely destroy the enemies with this thing. Okay? If you get a headshot with the triple round burst, more than likely the guy is going down. Okay? Let me show it without the stock. Sentinel 9 fire rate. Red 9 fire rate. Blacktail's fire rate. Punisher's fire rate. Alright, so with all that out of the way, let's just go test it in an actual combat situation on Village, and yeah. So my favorite pistol is the Blacktail. Something to keep in mind, another thing, when it comes to the accuracy and precision of your guns, if you have the laser sight attached, which we're about to attach that right now. Laser sight. No, not the bioscope. Okay, cool. It doesn't matter. You can attach the laser sight to these 3 weapons and these 3 weapons only, as far as handguns. It would probably be best served on the Sentinel 9, as it is the most inaccurate of these 3. So let's go ahead and show the laser sight off. I have a green one on. You can change this in the options menu. You can change your laser sight. This will pretty much make it to wherever the laser is, whatever that laser dot is on, that's what's getting shot every single time. It makes it 100% accurate and precise. But you can only put it on these 3 weapons. The SGO-9R, the Punisher, and the Sentinel 9. So keep that in mind. You cannot put this on the Red 9, and you cannot put this on the Blacktail. But in my opinion, the Blacktail is accurate enough. I mean, look at that. It's pretty accurate. It's one of the more accurate guns. Unlike the Red 9, or something like the Sentinel 9, without the red sight, of course. Without the red dot, I mean, the laser sight. So, with all of that out of the way, we're gonna go test this in an actual combat situation in the village. Gonna be playing around with these guns. If you have, if you've liked my explanation of all these weapons and you found it informative, please leave a like, as this is a new channel, trying to grow it a bit. Subscribe if you like the content that I put out. I put out speedruns, I put out guides, I got speedruns of Bloodborne as well. If you don't want to subscribe, you can always unsubscribe. But if you could just leave a like, that'd be much appreciated. It's honestly appreciated that anyone would watch this video. And by the way, I've tried to kill this guy before he burns him. It's not possible. It's just not possible. As you can see, guy is invincible. So as you can see, the red 9 is but so is the Blacktail. I'm gonna show off the Punisher's ability to go through multiple enemies. be wary of the grabbers. They're pain in the ass. So as you can see, I shot him in the face and also killed, shot through him. And it can do that with, 5 enemies, just like it says in the video.
One down.
As you can see, it's just going through multiple enemies. The Sentinel 9 has a big clip and a fast fire rate. We're going to show off the critical hit rate there. Just 2 shots and it was enough to, critical hit. And La Campana. I am playing on assisted, by the way, just so you're not confused. Enemies will take more damage in professional and hardcore, obviously. Yeah, I hope you liked my gun video here, and I hope you found it informative. And yeah, hopefully I'll catch you guys in my next videos. I'm going to be making a lot of RE4 content, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed.